It's out, and it's worse than I imagined. Obviously, everyone knows that the Minecraft movie has come out. I don't need to explain what this is. You've already seen the trailer. It's made by Warner Brothers, so already it's going to be bad. I'll explain later why I expected it to be bad, but I'll break down a couple of points, subtitles on here, because it will be important later. Have you noticed something? The Beatles. Now, I'm not sure about you. I don't know anywhere, like, at all, in Minecraft that the Beatles play. Now, I get that it's a popular thing, like, they have to have some kind of licensed music because, you know, it's a, like, a full blockbuster film, whatever you call it. They want to have some kind of pop culture thing, but there's ones that could have worked better. The Beatles kind of has mellow music, so maybe some parts of the Beatles could actually work with Minecraft, but here it's just, nah. It doesn't really make any sense. One of the tracks they could have used to open this with. So I was originally thinking of Moog City 2 they could have done, but actually I've listened to a few cinematic remixes of Aria Math, I think that's how you pronounce it, and that could have worked really well as an intro here, because obviously not only is it Minecraft, but actually relatively fit with the kind of cinematic trailer teaser thing that they were going for. So when you do popular music, or when you do like pop music, you have to do it very carefully, and I'm just not sure if the Beatles quite make sense here. I'm not super familiar with the Beatles, but I don't know, just feels like it's for the sake of it, not necessarily because it's actually relevant to the game. Now here, obviously, we get our first overview of the actual world, and it looks pretty nice, but there's a couple of things that stick out to me. First of all, why on earth are there windmills? Windmills don't naturally generate in the game. So obviously, I'm sure the film will probably explain this, why there's windmills. Oh, actually, no. Saying that, I don't think they will, but they should at least. Considering this is a teaser trailer, we don't need to necessarily see proper civilization. We just need what looks like Minecraft, and so windmills don't really make much sense because there isn't really wind in the game. They want to make it cinematic and like add more realistic elements, but I don't know. But the thing that really stands out to me is this formation here. Now, yes, obviously Minecraft is made of blocks. Like, for example, like the actual bottom terrain and stuff looks pretty good, but this like arch here, Minecraft terrain does not generate like this. Sometimes it generates really weirdly, of course, but it's not really supposed to. I mean, I do like the clouds though. The clouds being like square, like underneath, and then kind of like fluffy on top. That's pretty funny. And most of the terrain looks pretty decent, looks fine. But this arch here, just, it looks weird that like there's like big blocks made out of smaller blocks, and it looks more Lego than it does Minecraft, so I'm not the biggest fan of that. But overall, this bit's not too bad. I can definitely tell there was a lot of time and effort put into making this Minecraft world look nice. So even though I unironically think that you could actually do a better job with like the Continuum shader pack and like Sonic Ether's ray tracing shader pack, you know, I think you'd genuinely do better with actual Minecraft as opposed to like using Adobe After Effects or whatever they use to make this scene. But it looks fine. It looks serviceable. I'm not disappointed with the way it looks or anything. Well, until we get to here. So again, this actually looks pretty darn nice. You can see, oh, I didn't even notice that at first. You can see the lava pouring from the mountains, which does obviously happen in actual Minecraft. This looks quite nice. Wait, I just realised, why is the dandelion square? That's not how real Minecraft works, but okay. It's like, for example, some parts of the tree here, yeah, that tree's too small. You don't get trees like that. But anyway, I'm just nitpicking at that point. This looks fine. Now we get to our main cast, you know, plucky heroes. They literally, as in the description, it calls them 4 misfits. I hate the word misfits so much in this context because it just screams generic. And then we have our main protagonist. So the thing is, right, I know this is just a teaser, so we don't know who any of these people are, of course, but there is no universe where this child, unless if it's like set 20 years ago, would not know what Minecraft is. So the fact that he's walking into here going, what's this? Oh, that's weird. That doesn't make any sense logically. Like, unless this is some universe where Minecraft doesn't exist, but then like, it's going to be really hard to tell the story when there's a lot of things. I mean, that's what Steve's for, but anyway, who are these people? You know what I mean? Who is he? You know, who is she? Who is she? Why is Jason Momoa wearing... I get this teaser trailer. There is nothing here that, like, makes me go, oh, okay, I see. Like, even if one of them had a Minecraft t-shirt or something, that'd be kind of funny. If at least one of them had some idea what Minecraft was. Already, the cast just doesn't really make any sense. It just kind of feels like they just threw in actors because they felt like it, as opposed to actually, you know, because they had any kind of semblance. But maybe that's just me, so we'll see. Maybe I could be wrong, but I really, already, this feels very Jumanji at home to me. Now, here's the bit that the internet went absolutely mental for. First of all, it's interesting how they showed the pink sheep, because the pink sheep is famously very rare. Like, I think it's like a 1% chance a pink sheep will actually spawn. I wonder if this is mentioning something, but honestly, I don't hate the way that these animals look. I mean, maybe I'm definitely in the minority for that, but I'm not a big fan of the sheep looking derpy as such. But then it also kind of makes sense because obviously Minecraft animals aren't supposed to be taken seriously, so I can see that. But also, yeah, I can also understand why people wouldn't like that. I think they look alright. I think they look fine. Like, it kind of makes sense that they look derpy, but I do think they look a little too much silly, a little too goofy. I think if they didn't really do many if they didn't do much, like, moving their mouth and stuff, and they kind of just sat there, which is what they actually do in Minecraft, I think it would have gone over better. Not the worst part of the film. Then you've got, whatever her name is here, just saying, what the hell? It's just like, I can see why a comedy take on Minecraft could possibly work. This doesn't feel like she's saying that because she's genuinely confused. It sounds like something straight out of like Friends or like Big Bang Theory or something. Like, it sounds like an intentional dumb line that you would say, right? You're saying it ironically. It doesn't sound like something you would actually say in a situation like that. If I saw a sheep that looked like that, I'll probably say, what the hell is that thing? But I wouldn't say it so, like, cartoonishly, I guess. I wouldn't go, what the hell? Forced, if that makes sense. It's like, already I can tell, like, the entire script is just going to be painful to watch. I get that this film is kind of, like, intended for, like, you know, a younger audience, like a 10-year-old. I'd imagine this is a kind of target audience. That's why executives think only people who play Minecraft are, like, 10 years old or under. But even then, I can't find many kids finding this, like, unironically funny. And I don't really know what the intent of the movie is here. Is it supposed to be, like, a slapstick comedy, cartoonishly comedy? Or is this supposed to be, like, what it would actually be like to be in Minecraft? Because Minecraft can be scary, right? I don't know how you're going to make that into a comedy thing, because then you're going to kind of ruin a part of the game. I'm actually surprised how objective that's going to be here. I thought I was going to be completely tearing it apart, but apparently not. Also, what is the cube that he's holding there? Is that from like Minecraft Dungeons or something? Because I've never seen that cube before in Minecraft at all. Already, this is not looking great, to be honest. Then you have the piglins here. Again, like, I do kind of understand, like, the piglins using the ghasts. Obviously, this isn't in Minecraft itself. And also, what is this texture like? To be fair, I don't really know what texture ghasts would have if they were in real life, but what are these scratch marks? Like, how does that even work? And also, yeah, as a lot of people have said, these piglins should turn into zombie piglins, like, immediately. So the fact that they're not is a little strange. But honestly, I don't hate this bit, really. Like, I think it looks fine. It looks alright. This bit is pretty nice. Like, I like this one. You have, like, obviously the square moon. You have, like, the wolf, which is obviously quite a big part of the game. It's just a nice shot in general. Like, you got, like, obviously quite high resolution and, like, a good camera shot and all the rest of it. So this is quite a nice scene, actually. I quite like this bit. Here is just, I have no idea what this is. It looks like a battery. Like, why is that there? Now, we have, like, a crafting table, but the crafting table is really big. Like, keep in mind, all the blocks are supposed to be, like, a meter cubed. So 1 by 1 by 1. I guess we'll find out, but I don't think they're going to actually tell us. Now, this is the bit I really don't get. Momoa just kind of, that's kadoosh. Come on, it's not even skadoosh. So he kind of just smacks the table, and all of a sudden, 2 iron buckets appear chained together. I don't know if this is like Minecraft Dungeons or Minecraft Legends or something. I haven't really played those, but I do not remember 2 buckets being chained together ever being a part of the game. I don't know what this is about. There's a couple of references. There's a bunch of TNT blocks in the back that's kind of cool. There's even a couple of the paintings that I've just noticed. I don't think I've ever seen that, like, eyeball one or whatever that is, but I've definitely seen that guy. So much of this is like, you could see there was definitely some passion, some like effort put into this, but there's also a lot here that's missing, and I'm not a big fan of just putting things in for the sake of it. But, like, again, this is quite a nice shot. I do like this shot. It does make it look quite Minecraft-y. I was going to say, like, a castle, but you kind of got, like, half of it for some reason. Then you have this bit, which, again, it is cool that the tree is just floating, because that's obviously how the actual game works, and then you can pick it up. The block looks too small to me. Like, it should be bigger than that. Say about, not drastically, I'd say probably about double the size, but that feels way too small for actual Minecraft. Again, you have the piglins here, but, like, they can't go into the overworld like that. And also there's a lot of them there. So they'd have to go all the way from the Bastion, all the way to the Nether Portal, then all the way to the Overworld, and then get through the Overworld into this village. Also there's Steve's lava chicken. What does that... Does that mean he made like a chicken farm? Like the one where you put the chicken to lava? That's kind of dark for Minecraft actually, if that's the case. We'll get to Steve in a second, but I don't hate this scene either. Like it's fine, it's just a lot of this doesn't make sense. Now you get to here, and I love how Captain Sparkles, like, assumed he was going to say, oh man, and that would be really funny, but why is the creeper fuzzy? That doesn't make any sense. Like, we've never seen a fuzzy creeper before, and that just feels, ugh. Like, that feels gross, to have a fuzzy creeper. This looks like the kind of scene they're going to just play off as a gag instead of, like, something... Because that would be absolutely terrifying. If you just had, like, a robot full of, you know, explosives walking towards you, you'd be terrified. But he just looks like, you know, like he's straight out of a cartoon. Like, you know, like Tom and Jerry or something. Then we get to the Nether. So yeah, it makes sense it's overrun by piglins, but it would have been nice if, I don't know what, oh, is that a Nether fortress right at the back there? Oh, that'd be good. It would be good if we saw a Bastion or a Nether fortress or something. This bit's alright. It looks fine, I guess. Now we have Steve. Honestly, I think Jack Black is the best part of this. Like, the fact that he knows how crazy this film is, and so he's just going... I'll play the clip in a second, but you also just have these people like, who on earth are you? You look like a human, but you're, like, kind of not at the same time. And then the legend that is Jack Black says this.
I am Steve.
I just love how he says that so dramatically, and they're all, oh great, that's really exciting. I love that name. Jack Black is definitely the best part. I didn't quite know how it would work if him just being him but Steve, but considering how Steve was originally made to just be a joke in the first place, like the name Steve and like the way he looked, everything was just kind of like a placeholder joke because Notch and the Mojang found it funny. This makes a lot of sense canonically in the sense of Minecraft, and also you can see like how some of the structures are built. Like you can see like the really high res texture pack. The VFX artists and like the 3D artists, the environment artists, whatever you call them, they've done a really good job making Minecraft look Minecrafty, but also cinematic as well, because obviously you have to make it look cinematic. So I think they've done a pretty decent job here, actually. Again, like these, who are these people? Why are these people? How are these people? A lot needs to be explained before this makes even remote. And then what is this cube they're holding? It just feels so much comic relief for the sake of it. Here's the title bit. This looks really cool, actually. I do like that. And even like they have made sure the Minecraft logo looks like it's made out of blocks. Like, you know, cobblestone blocks or whatever, like the actual Minecraft logo would be, with the little creeper head and everything. So really, the star of the show here is the animation, but then that's kind of the biggest problem, is you're trying to shove live action characters and this like goofy comedy, not taking itself seriously thing into this world, which is both silly and serious at the same time. And this trailer doesn't reflect any of that actual gravity, actual seriousness. You know, there are like mobs in the overworld that actually do cause significant issues for the villagers and stuff. And yeah, that none of that is represented here. And obviously this final bit, you have this goofy llama here, just kind of just standing there. And then you have a bunch of mobs, a bunch of piglins just kind of run past. But again, like, what is the comedy here? Is the comedy that the llama doesn't move? Is the comedy that the llama is just the llama is just goofy? Like, what is the point of this scene in particular? You know what I mean? Like, I think it's supposed to be funny, but it kind of comes off as just pointless to me. And then that's it. And then it's just out in theaters. So overall, like a lot of people have said, it doesn't really work in this kind of like pseudo live action, right? Maybe it could have worked better if they just used like very much real life stuff. But then I think if they use a lot of real life stuff, it ended up just looking more like Ark Survival Evolved. So I don't think that would have necessarily worked. These characters don't look like they're going to fit in at all. And like, I know that's kind of the point, but it's kind of the point in the way that doesn't really make much sense. Like even Jumanji, the film that this is basically just like a knockoff of at this point, like the reboot. I haven't actually seen that personally, so obviously I'm being quite kind of biased. At least there, it's like you can make the world look realistic, but here it's like you can't. You have to make it look Minecraft. And I think Stampy was saying something similar. This film was so big that it took Stampy out of retirement. That's the funny thing. And here it works even less because the characters are so juxtaposed to the world that they're in. If you have Steve, you have Jack Black being like the guru that takes them through and shows them how to live in this world, that can kind of work. But when everything else is Minecraft, and then you just have these real people in it. I think what would have worked much better is if they wanted this style, Ready Player One style would have been better, because they looked very realistic, but they were still computer generated. So they had the real world characters in the real world, and then they had the CGI characters in the game, because the entire game would be CGI. So if they did that, like if they had, you know, CGI Jason Momoa in here with like an Alex skin or something, that would have worked better. I really don't like the direction this is going. So now that I've got everyone's attention, I want to use this to actually show what I've been cooking up. I've only shown this to a couple of friends, but I haven't actually showed this publicly yet because it's in the very early stages. I've actually kind of put this a bit on the back burner because I've been working on my Mac video, and I was going to work on my Win Mini video first because I've got a new camera and I'm getting used to how it works and stuff. And also my laptop is kind of having like heat issues and stuff. So now that the Minecraft movie's out, and now that I've got a chance to bleach of its success, well, success in massive quotation marks, more like it's controversy, let's say. This is a very early trailer that I've had for my Minecraft movie, and I'll explain a bit about it once you've watched it. So this is my very first bit of test footage for it. Yeah, that's literally it. That was just like, that was basically my teaser, I guess. What my intention is for this film, it will have a narrator and it will have a main character. So the main character is going to be just my character, but it's like my skin and everything. So I'm playing a character that has never been in this world before, and so it's going to be like, half of it's going to be a diary of my character existing in the world and what it's like and all that kind of stuff, like a diary for future generations. And then there's going to be a narrator who's going to be explaining to the character, almost like a god of the universe, I guess, but that'll be explained obviously during the story and eventually revealed who the narrator actually is. And so it's going to be that like Stanley Parable-esque interaction between the narrator and the character. Now, I had a narrator in there because it needed some form of way to explain the mechanics of Minecraft to somebody who had never played it before, but I didn't really want like a tutorial world or anything because that's not how most people played Minecraft. But I also wanted it to be very specifically one character. There's only one character in this because that's how most people started their Minecraft journey. I was thinking maybe I might add some extra characters come in every now and again, but I thought it makes more sense to just keep it as the original character. I was really proud of this shot, actually. I really liked how it went through the block as well. So obviously it started off quite wide. I did a bunch of color grading and stuff because I do prefer like a cooler kind of color grade, but here I wanted to be a bit of a warmer tone because I thought it just looked a bit better and a bit more cinematic. Even though this is only like, this footage is only 1080p, I had to record it at 1440p. My computer's struggling to run it even at 30 FPS, so that's kind of one of the main reasons I put it on the back burner. And that's annoying because my computer is quite expensive and I only bought it a couple of years ago and it's already playing up, so now I've got to try and figure out what to do with that. Rambling aside, as it crosses the blocks, my character moves forward then and goes and does whatever it's going to do. What my plan is to have like a teaser trailer of my own, which will be just the first day to kind of show what, like basically just show like a proof of concept what my film's going to be like. And then I'm going to make a trailer which is basically a narrator explaining the point of Minecraft. So you have to get to, you know, you have to like build up your base, you have to go to the nether, and then you have to get the eyes of ender, then you go to the stronghold, and you get to the end and all the rest of it. So the narrator will basically just explain, they'll have like a bunch of like cinematic clips shown through it and everything. This is one of the big reasons why I wanted to make my own Minecraft film. Not only have I been playing it for over a decade, so I know a decent amount about Minecraft. I'm not like super into the lore or anything, but I also just love cinematography, and I love how like Minecraft can look really good, like with shaders and everything. And also I've got like a few mods that I can do cinematics with, and I also have a decent idea of how to tell the story of playing Minecraft back in the old days as opposed to necessarily new Minecraft. I don't know how this is impossible, but the fact that just some random guy can do a better job than an entire writing team and, you know, directors and all the rest of it is absolutely insane. But that is the world that we live in. And I forgot to mention earlier that we were talking about Warner Brothers. Basically every good film Warner Brothers was going to release, they've completely destroyed. And every slop, like the Minecraft movie that's coming out now, they're quite happy to release because apparently it's going to do so well that don't even care. And it's just sad, man. Like, I wanted it to be good. I'm criticizing it not because I actually hate it, but I actually really want it to be good. But man, I didn't want Jumanji at home. Like, this is not the direction that I want it to go in, and it's just, at this rate, I think I can actually do a better job, and that's saying something, that is. So if we look at the description here, I'm not even going to read the whole thing, but again, it's words like four misfits, Garrett the garbage man Garrison. What even name is that? Find themselves struggling with ordinary problems. It's just like, that just sounds like something you'd have like King Louis the 16th from like 18th century France say, like, oh, these people have real peasant issues, haha. It sounds so completely out of touch. To get back home, they have to master this world. What does that even mean? Just like, you know, Hermitcraft completely min-maxing the entire world? Challenge all five to be bold and reconnect with the qualities that make each unique. The very skills they need to thrive back in the real world. It's like, in the real world, life is terrible for most people. So I don't think being creative is going to suddenly fix all their issues. I genuinely think ChatGPT could have come up with a better one than this. That's how crazy it is. And you would go, well, that's obvious, isn't it? But then, let's look at the Mario movie, for example. Actually had a really good team behind it because Shigeru Miyamoto was in charge. A lot of the team that made the original Mario Bros and all the other Mario Bros games was in charge. It may have been a bit more difficult to enjoy if you're not a Mario fan originally, or you had no idea what Mario was somehow, but they knew who their target audience was. They were Mario fans and just kids who want to just see a good movie. And there's so many good references. Like when the trailer first came out, sure, cast was crazy, like Chris Pratt and Charlie Day and all the rest of it. Jack Black actually worked really well as Bowser. Chris Pratt somehow actually did work as Mario because right in the beginning they had Mario do his signature, Italian accent, and that really worked. And Nintendo knew what they were doing with that film. I don't think this is going to be the case. I've seen exactly what I needed to know from just this teaser. Unless they pull out some wild card that is somehow really good. I wasn't the biggest fan of Ready Player One, but they could have made it a Ready Player One. There is examples of things that could have worked. They just went, yes, this. Long story short, somehow I could do a better job. Like and subscribe, or I will shove you into Minecraft.